Joining me in the studio is Shri Jamal Mecklai.
My granddaughter knows I'm a pig. You must laugh a lot. You must laugh whatever you are doing. You drink a lot of whiskey, you'll get drunk. You drink a lot of Feni, you'll get drunk and you will see God.
How much is Shri Vindaloo equivalent to Shri Jamal?
Business is pleasure, work is play.
What is the Pope doing in this book?
He read me one line from the Gita. And to me, that was the most liberating thing I've ever heard.
Today I have an amazing guest in the studio with fantastic credentials. To begin with, he's graduated in chemical engineering from IIT Mumbai, where he stood first in all India entrance exam. He did his doctoral research in biomedical engineering from Rice University, Texas. He worked as a freelance media consultant and presently is CEO Mecklai Financial Services Ltd, the leading financial risk management company in India, providing advisory and consultancy services to nearly 1,000 Indian corporate. Joining me in the studio is Shri Jamal Mecklai.
Hi.
And from henceforth, I will address you as Patrao.
Perfect.
Now, Patrao has apparently written a book, Love, Joy and Silliness. It's a whimsical novel by Jamal Mecklai about a delightful pig called Shri Vindaloo, whose adventure across the world serves as a playful yet thoughtful allegory of love, joy, and the underrated power of silliness. It blends humor, travel, romance, and light-hearted philosophy in a novel form. Now, I wouldn't ask you why did you write this book, but my pertinent question would be, why Shri Vindaloo is the perspective of a pig that you wrote this entire book?
There's the answer.
I
am a pig. See, you know, we are all pigs. And we need to understand that, Baba, we need to be open and close to all creatures. And pigs, a lot of people don't like pigs. They think they're dirty and this and that. But they're not. Look at me. They're lovely. My granddaughter knows I'm a pig. ऐसा करते हैं हम साथ में. And I would recommend all of you also do that.
Okay, that's interesting. But I never thought in the entire career of my television life that I will have a guest who will wear this and make me laugh, and obviously my viewers who are watching this particular program. Sir, it's a really interesting thing that, we always associate ourselves as, we've seen this fantastic movie called as Eat, Pray and Love by Julia Roberts. Love, joy and silliness. I would love to associate myself with joy, with love, maybe not silliness, especially at this age when you get a little matured and you do away with the silliness.
Arey Bhaijan, let me tell you, that is the problem. See, as I have written on the back of the book also, see, love and joy are elements that everybody wants, right? And actually, I believe that everybody has them in them. But they don't always feel it. And the reason is because the most underrated human or pig value is silliness. See, problem kya hai? We all are too serious. The book is a beautiful book. All of you read it, you will love it. And, the most important line in the book is that the brain is like a toothbrush. See, the brain is a tool, right? And you use tools for what they are meant for. Now, the brain is meant to do lots of different things, but it is not meant to live your life. It is not meant to deal with joy. It is not meant to deal with love, right? Sure. And if you say, we all agree, right, that love and joy sabko chahiye.
Correct.
So brain has no place in it. But the brain tends to intrude into everything. We are all too serious, and we should all be more silly.
Do you think that we make things complicated on a lighter note of getting off the little book that you have written, but in our general life, we tend to get things complicated by a lot of unnecessary things that we encounter in life?
I think, the key, I think, really is, you have to, silliness again, for example, if you have to do a particular job, you have to do the job. So you have to be serious in that context. Perfect. So silliness is not a continuous activity, but it must keep coming from time to time. You must laugh a lot. You must laugh whatever you are doing.
So not just smile, but laugh at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, in the book that I have read, it's an interesting thing that, it takes from Goa to Leningrad to New York to Mexico and a lot of other places as well. Are they setting from your personal encounter that you have lived throughout the life?
Yeah.
Does it reflect here in this book?
Well, not everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot more.
A little fiction.
But
as well.
quite a few things, and I mean, see, it just turned into a book. All right, I wrote a few stories long ago. Or फिर शुरुआत, just about a year ago, I started to say, let me see where it goes. And when you're writing, and I don't know too much about it, except I've been writing for a long time. After a while, it takes its own shape. For instance, I'll tell you, one of the most important characters in the book is this Mexican pig called Senor Lagarto.
Yeah.
Right? And Lagarto means lizard, and there's a long story about that. Now, when I
We
was
won't
writing,
get into the details of the lizard, the part of the two things that signify.
Yes.
Let the readers read.
Very,
You may
very
continue,
much.
sir.
So, Senor Lagarto, when I started writing it, it was modeled on a friend of mine, since dead, lovely man, American guy.
Okay.
But I don't know when it suddenly turned into this Mexican guy, right? So what I'm saying is, again, at least when I'm writing it, you have certain thoughts, but ultimately it has to flow, and you have to trust it and let it go.
So when you started on a casual note, right? You never intended to write a book or make a collection of stories?
See, I've been writing for many years,
Yeah.
right? I used to live in New York. I wrote a novel, and I thought it was the greatest novel ever written, like I think this one is also. But people wouldn't publish it. And as I look at it, I find the writing was not very good, looking back. Then I returned to India, in 85, I came to Goa for the first time. I was 35 years old when I first came to Goa. And of course I fell in love with Goa. I mean, Goa is magic, I really believe that there are two places in the world that everybody loves. One is Goa and one is Italy. And Goa was there was something about it, really, really special. I also discovered Feni, which was, I think, a key part of the specialness, So,
And it is reflected in the book at various
yes. Oh, I
incidents.
think Feni is, see, again, this book is ultimately about God, right? And if you look at traditional people all over the world, they have drinks of their own type. They are not distilled and packaged in bottles and stored in a store. They're very basic.
Correct.
And they make them intoxicated. And I say this about Feni, certainly. You drink a lot of whiskey, you'll get drunk. You drink a lot of Feni, you'll get drunk and you will see God. And
That's
I believe
a very interesting
I
line
really
that
believe
you've
that.
used in the book.
And it's not only with Feni. I mean, you go to Madhya Pradesh, they have some local thing. Anyway, you go all over the
Down
world.
south, you have a number of.
Mexico, you have, there's a lot about Mexico in the book. You used to have mezcal, right, which is the real kadak form of tequila. And originally, the bottle of mezcal would come with a worm in it. And they say that if you're a real man, you will eat the worm in 2 bites. But I've done it once.
Okay. Another interesting thing is, the Shri Vindaloo, character of his own. By the time you read the book, you kind of establish the character in your head. How much is Shri Vindaloo equivalent to Shri Jamal?
Sir, I suppose it is Shri Jamal. I mean, थोड़ा, क्या बोलते हैं, poetic license तो है, but वही है.
Okay, this book is also dealing with a lot of relationships and the life that we spend. That is something that is reflected in this book. What do you have to say with vis-a-vis today's current life that we all encounter? And this is a very playful anecdote with respect to a pig's world vis-a-vis our real life. Now, how do you see this transition? Because you've seen Goa, you've seen India, you've been almost all around. You have a better perspective of life around now.
See, you said the word playful, and when you are introducing also, see, to me, this is not playful, this is it. See, I'm saying, I'll tell you, I have a business which I run, and what I used to write at the bottom of our website was, business is pleasure, work is play. You know, you must play. Play is play is what life is. So it is not playful. I mean, everything should be playful if it's working. You know, and again, I come back to the only way you can do that is to introduce a big amount of silliness into your life. Ye grey rang mat pehno, pink pehno.
I think I actually feel offbeat now with respect to the frame that we end up seeing. Had I known, I would have been loved to be in the most
We'll
casual.
do it again. We'll wapas karenge.
We'll do it in the most casual form possible. Also, is after reading, every author who writes a book with an intention for people to read has a hidden message that they should take away. This message is what is it. This book entirely depends upon relationships that is encountered. What do you want the readers to take back from this book, so that if somebody is watching this program, I really want to entice, because this is beautiful cover, beautifully written, and the title itself is so amazing: Love, Joy and Silliness by Jamal Mecklai. What do you want? Why should somebody pick this book? And by the end of the book, what should be the hidden message, or what should be the takeaway?
You know, as I may have mentioned in one of our earlier talks, ultimately this book is about God, right? It is about belief, right? Because I believe in God, right? Which is why I'm so happy, right? And I really think, see, everyone has some idea of God. Some people don't believe in God. And really, my point is, people who don't believe in God are using their brain too much.
Correct.
Soch ke, if you think, then only you cannot believe. If you just look around and live, I mean, you believe. How can you not? Now, God, from all reports, is this wonderful, all-loving, all-caring creature, right? Called boy hai, girl hai, pata nahi. Now, if somebody or some pig so grand and lovely has put me here, kyun?
Correct.
To have fun, na?
True.
I mean, he's all loving, and I'm not alone. He has put you here also for the same reason. And everybody's job is to be happy.
True.
That is the message.
Okay, you mentioned God. I will replace the word D with A, and we'll say Goa.
Aha!
Goa plays a very important role in this entire book, right from the word Shri Vindaloo to the lifestyle that has been showcased here, to the numerous characters that are there, to coconut, to Feni, all sorts of things. And I really want to ask you is, what does Goa personally represent to you, whether it is emotionally, culturally, or even creatively?
Sir, those are big words. To me, Goa is Goa. You come here, I mean, we're here visiting again, just partly for this, and thank you very much, because it's so great to be here. And there is something about it, I love the sea, that's part of it. But the mood is good. I used to drink a lot, and that was always very good in Goa. And sort of people just are, happy, it seems like. I mean, of course, things sometimes go off like everywhere. True. But I feel
there are ups and downs, highs and
it's
lows.
hard to really say what I love about Goa. It's Goa. I can't really describe it.
Okay, did you come up with this name of the book in the process, or you thought that this would be the title and I'm writing this collection of stories?
No, I don't remember actually how the name came.
Yeah.
Because originally I had, 30 years ago, I had written a couple of stories about Goa. About Shri Vindaloo. I don't know how he came into my head, but this pig, the first story, which is a lovely story, where it's called The Pig Queen of the Tango. And there's this Argentine pig who comes to Goa, and he meets, and they meet all over the world, and they meet and they dance. I tell you a really amazing thing. After I'd written that story, I was visiting Goa, and I ran into this beautiful Argentine movie star. Just a coincidence, here in Goa.
Oh, nice.
Right. So I'd written these two stories, and there, I got busy with business. And frankly, like I said, I used to write before. When I read that stuff, the writing was not so good. But I've been writing a business column for 30 years. So my writing has gotten better. Practice, And then recently, about a year ago, as I said, I picked these stories up. I said, kuch karna chahiye. And then I started, trying to thread things together. And as I mentioned to you, it takes on its own life.
Correct.
I had written a story thinking X, it became Y. The title also just came. I can't remember how.
Because the reason why I'm asking you is what was the most challenging part of writing this book? The most joy, or rather, the most joyful part. Was it love? Was it joy? Or was it silliness? I think silliness.
Well, you know, the book is really ultimately, since you have read it,
Yeah.
it is ultimately a love story. You know, and that's the key. Ultimately, you know, love is the leading edge, right? Love, joy, and silliness. That's what we all want, and it's all there for us.
Okay. If I may tease my viewers with one of the chapter, if you may, with your permission, and you have the entire liberty to disclose or keep it to yourself, is what is the Pope doing in this book?
See, in the story, there is this Mexican pig who I mentioned, and this Goan pig lady, beautiful lady. And she's had lots of, just everybody loves her, but she had a lot of trauma in her life, and she's now very sort of like this. But they fall in love, right? But she is married. Her husband has run away. And so she has to now, but they want to get married. So they have to get the marriage annulled, Catholic marriage. And that's very difficult. So I just thought, कि भाई Pope आ जाएगा, you know. So I brought the Pope to Goa, and he had come to Goa, and I looked at the dates and whatnot. So the Pope was there, and Shri Vindaloo is very well connected. You know, he knows everybody. So he knows the Cardinal very well, and you know, he figured he could convince the Pope. But then I found a way around, and I don't want to give any more out about the
Let
Pope.
people read the book.
Right.
Okay, there are a couple of questions that I was encountering when I was reading the book. Is your favorite actor Raj Kapoor, by the way?
No, but he does show up in the movie.
That's the reason I'm asking you.
Good man.
What would be your favorite movie? There is one that has been featured in the book, but however, I would like to know.
I don't even remember which one was featured
Bobby.
in the book. Huh?
Bobby.
वो Raj Kapoor ka movie. No, my favorite movie is, I can't remember. You know, there are so many good movies.
We're open to all the movies that we watch.
Yes.
Susegad, slow pace of life or the fast pace? You've seen it both. You've experienced it both. What would you like?
Whatever is right at the time. Kabhi you have to dance. See, the key, again, there's a lot of it in the book, is dancing. Both physically and metaphorically. You know, we talked about God and religion. Now, you know, I'm born a Muslim, right? But I really think that Hinduism now is the real key. Many years ago, I was living in New York and I was visiting India, and this funny Parsi guy I met, old guy, he read me one line from the Gita, which was, the only thing is to do the work and not even look at the result.
Sure.
And to me, that was the most liberating thing I've ever heard. Matlab kya hai? You dance, all you have to do is you have to dance as fast as you can.
Karma kar, phal ki chinta mat.
Kar do.
Okay. Love in Leningrad is sometimes like?
Very difficult. Very difficult. I was in Leningrad, and it was written a long time ago. I was in Leningrad, and it's a very tricky place. The political system was very difficult in those days.
Okay. Next question. Coconut flavor coffee tastes like?
Coconut flavor coffee tastes like coffee.
You've already mentioned the Fanny and the God combination or connection that is there. If you had a coconut necklace, whom would you give it to?
I would give it to my wife.
And the greatest margarita in the world, where is it? You've seen
now,
it all.
see,
you've tasted it all.
that is actually partly a completely true story. It was in that bar we went into. It was shocking.
Okay.
I was with my family. It was my daughter's 21st birthday. We were in Mexico. And we were out, you know, partying. And we went into this dirty bar, really dirty bar. But I was having fun, you know. And the girls wanted to leave. I said, no. So I played some music on the jukebox. And there were these real grim-looking people. And this one creature looked up at me and said, I love you. I've never been so scared in my life. But in the story, I turned it around, as you will see.
Okay, fair enough. My last and the final question would be, Shri Vindaloo could send one message to the world today. What that message would be?
Arey, boys and girls, enjoy. Utna hi hai. That's all there is.
Okay. I apparently had a fantastic conversation with Jamal ji, Patrao, if I may say, on his book Love, Joy and Silliness. I think I had never had such joy, such love and such silliness ever in my entire television career. I think this is something that will go down in the history for me, for having such an amazing guest on the show, such an electrifying, especially at this age. And reading this book has been a roller coaster ride. There has been ups and downs and amazing stories, anecdotes. Obviously, this is something that everybody should read. So if you are interested in this book, I think you should definitely read this book, Love, Joy and Silliness by Jamal Mecklai. Try and get your hands on, and obviously, if there is if it appeals to you, if you feel happy, if you feel love, if you feel joy, if you feel silliness, definitely get in touch with the author. It will be an amazing thing for him to motivate and write such amazing stories. Jamal ji, Patrao, thank you very much. Dev bare karu. Tumi amcha studio na aile. Let it be a very, very Goan way of saying thank you to you.
Thank
pleasure.
you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Great.